Morning everybody, welcome back to another CYT-Crypto episode. My name is Stephen Aitchison and today we'll be looking at the markets. The Bitcoin price has gone up as predicted. I said it might go up over the weekend as well, and a few other people said that as well, but I thought it was going to go up from the kind of 6,000 region up into the mid 7,000, and it has done. Hopefully we're looking at the 8,000. The only thing is there's one thing to look out for, and we'll show you that in the charts. We'll be going over a few charts as well and looking at some news headlines as well. And if you want me to look at any charts for yourself, any of your favourite projects, whatever it is, just let me know and we can do a bit of technical analysis on that for you as well. So it's nearly Christmas as well. I'm kind of winding down for Christmas. We were out yesterday again doing a wee bit of Christmas shopping. We didn't end up Christmas shopping. We went to the pub instead. But it was a good day out with my wife as well. It was a brilliant day. So we're just winding down for Christmas as well and getting... It's not the same when you've not got kids, when you've not got young kids. Christmas is not the same. But it's still a nice kind of chilled out time. Everybody, you can feel the kind of relaxation in the air. Everybody's chilled out and just having a kind of good time. So I love that about it. But it doesn't feel the same when you've not got kids. Well, I've got kids, but they're older now, so it's not the same. So yeah, that's what we've been doing. We've just kind of been winding down for Christmas as well, just kind of chilling out, reading, going out, kind of watching TV. We've got a traditional, we go to the movies on Christmas Eve. So we've done that every year for the last, 19 years or something. So Christmas Eve is usually a Christmas Eve movie, then we go for a meal. So we're doing that tomorrow as well, so looking forward to that. So I hope you're having a nice chilled out time as well. Right, I'm just going to see who's in. This is a wee bit more of a relaxed show today. Tomorrow, so I'm still going to do a live tomorrow as well, just because I love doing this and I love talking to you in the morning as well. I'm going to see if we're live or not. We might have a couple of people in. We have got a few people in, so I'll just dive over. One wee sec. Right, let me know if you can hear me okay as well, because I've changed... The microphone was having a wee bit of issues, so I've changed the channel and used all the different settings as well on the channel. So let me know if it sounds okay as well. Okay, we have Stephen King is in the house. Welcome to you. Gordy Boy is in. Good to see you here. RC the Hawthorns is in. Good to see you, mate. Kim O'Brien has joined us as well. Brilliant to see you, Kim. Missed you on the lives. Missed you kind of in the groups as well. Glad you're doing okay. But it's nice to see you. Really nice to see you. And a big, huge thank you for everything you've done this year as well in the groups, in the free group, the premium group, and kind of in the admin group as well, just keeping us all going as well. You've been amazing, as has the all the other admins as well. And I'll give them a shout out towards the new year as well. I just want to give you a huge, huge shout out. But you've been amazing, and I hope you realise that as well, Kim. Okay, we will get into the markets, see what's happening in the marketplace just now. Computers, or Brave is a wee bit slow. I don't know if it's my computer or Brave, but Brave is a wee bit slow today as well. So hopefully we can get onto CoinMarketCap. Bugger. Okay, here we might not be able to get onto the other one. Right, we have an overall market capitalization of 198 billion. Which is a far cry from where it was at around about 170 billion, and that was only last week if you remember, and it kind of came all the way down to 6,400, and now we're up to 7,500. Right, come on, CoinMarketCap. Playing a game here. I don't know if it is a Brave browser, or I think it is a Brave browser, to be honest. It just slows down sometimes, and it is... It's not playing ball today. I know that I've got a lot of tabs open, but I usually have a lot of tabs open. I've closed it down and opened it back up. And just bear with me. Okay, 7,557. We've got BTC price, aggregated price overall, 198 billion. As I said, we've got Bitcoin dominance of 68.9%, which is up. As well, we've got the number of cryptocurrencies listed on CoinMarketCap, which is a ridiculous 4,956. We've got many more coins than that, on many more projects. Hopefully 2020 is going to be the year that we cut right back on the cryptos listed and just focus on the quality projects. And that's what we should do. We'll see who the winners and losers are. Silverway is still doing well. I still haven't looked into Silverway. It's up 9.3%. Market cap is 72 million. Just now, price is 72 cents. And good volume, 3.3 million. So I've never looked into Silverway at all, and it's nearly the top 50. Crypto.com is up 8.75%. Bitcoin Diamond, don't really care about. Luna is up 7.18. Quant, Coin, Crypterium, and Bitcoin obviously in there as well, which is unusual to see Bitcoin in the top gainers. FTX token, Nash Exchange, and a couple of others as well. So we've got about, how many in the green, how much? We've probably got about 70% in the green and 30% in the red. That's how slow Brave is. It's just because I've scrolled down there. Right, we'll go over to, I don't know if it's going to see this at all, it's probably not. We'll just go back and go to the rankings. Gainers and losers. Okay, we have All Best ICO. 63,000 volume, up 51%, so it's not that much. Usually a couple over 100%. ProChain is up. Eden, Rotherium, Coupon Chain, Salt. Salt is going back up, which is good to see. Dynamite, Ad Token, Dex is up as well. Nothing really much to write home about. BankX, we looked at that a couple of, I think it was last month. That is up. Wonder what BankX are doing. Did I risk it? Oh, excuse me, I do apologise for that. I've still got this damn flu, but I've never lain down to it at all. I've just been doing my thing. And it's probably still trying to fight me, but it's not getting the better of me. OWN is up, which is good to see. BankX is up as well. ARPA Chain, looked at that as well. And I kind of tipped that to kind of rise, and it has done. Celsius is doing well as well. That's up and coming. Ocean Protocol, which we've looked at before as well. And we'll look at BankX, see what we'll have. Still under 1 million. BankX could, we looked at that, I think it was last month or the month before. So that could do well, excuse me. And now we'll go over to Crypto Bubbles, see if that's going to come up. Nah, just not liking it at all. Brave. And just go to the hourly. Nah, it's just going to stick. I think the Brave browser, but we'll just carry on through, see what's happening. Bitcoin, I wonder why that's gone down. In the last hour, it's went down 20%, so I don't know if there's any news about Bitcoin. It's went down. Other than that, we're kind of 50-50 on the greens and the reds. Bitmax is up, CRO is up, PunDX is up. And just see over the last 24 hours. Bitcoin over the last 19%. So over the last hour it's down. Theta is down as well. Matic, don't know what happened with Matic because it went up to about 280. And I thought that's it, it's on its way up over 300. And then it just dropped again. So I think there's a bit of manipulation going on with Matic as well. I think there's a few big whales in Matic, and they're just taking a lot of profit and just dropping it. Opportunities for traders possibly, but a lot of people are just staying out of Matic altogether now. We'll look at USD value. Totally different because the Bitcoin prices went up. And you can see in Bitcoin USD value. And we'll just go to the hourly, see what it's like on the hourly. Well, Bitcoin's still down 18.4% on the hour in USD, but predominantly green, because the Bitcoin price has gone up so much as well. Fear and Greed Index, see if it's going to show us this. We have a Fear and Greed Index of 33, so we're just at the fear stage now. At the moment, so we were 20 yesterday, which is the lowest it's been for a while, but look at the difference a day makes, up to 33 for the Fear and Greed Index. So that's just in the fearful stage. We're not extreme fear at all now. We've came out of that. We'll look at the Tide.io and the dashboard. I'm just going to click on all of these just so it loads up, preloads beforehand, because this is just taking ages, man. Bitcoin, this is a sentiment across Twitter, and it's the language used across Twitter as well, evaluating thousands, possibly millions of tweets talking about Bitcoin. So sentiment is 47.16. Bitcoin is doing well at 61.94. EOS and Ethereum round about the same as well as Bitcoin. Same with XRP. Binance Coin down to 35.41. It's down to $13.72. Good opportunities coming up there for Binance, I think. Maybe not just now. Tezos, another good opportunity possibly. Don't care about Bitcoin Cash or Bitcoin SV or Tether. We'll look at the coins and see what's happening there. BitTorrent is up because of Tron have released a new game, which is a just game as well, and it's a gambling kind of game as well that they've released. But the number of transactions on it is meant to be pretty amazing, and they're comparing Tron to Ethereum and wondering why everybody's using Ethereum when they could be using the Tron kind of network. But I'll see how that goes in 2020 for Tron. But they're doing well. BitTorrent is up. Credits is up to 82.66. Just looking at DApps token is up 19%. Sentiment is up, and the relative trading volume is up. Quantstamp relative trading volume is up. We can see that the price rise there as well, 12.8%. What else is doing well in relative trading that's not really up? XYO network relative trading is up, but 19.26. So that could work the other way as well, obviously. And that's about it. There's nothing really much to write home about there either. Okay, we'll dive back to the chat area, see if anybody else is in. Mike D, one of our Brown admins as well, is in the house. Just congratulating Kim for doing such a brilliant job as an admin over the last year. Same with Mike D as well, done amazing as an admin. So a big, huge shout out to you as well, Mike. All the other admins as well, but I want to give a special kind of thank you later on after Christmas to all of you. David Schwartz is in the house. Good to see you, mate. Matt Pawn is in. Honest Crypto Journey is in the house as well. Good to see you, Stuart. G-Slick is in the house. Mark Innes is with us as well. Good morning, Steve. It bounced back just like you said it would last week. Yeah, I'm so glad it did, because I was kind of going against the grain and just saying Bitcoin is going to bounce back above this support line, and we'll go and look at Bitcoin just now. So this support line is really holding well just now, and I'm really glad. It's never gone a couple of days, for more than a couple of days below this support line. We've seen it back in 2015, back in 2013, they went a couple of days below this line, bounced back up again. And I said last week that is what would happen, and it did happen just exactly like that. And hopefully we're going up from here as well. If we look on the 4-hourly, we can see we've crossed over on the 4-hourly, we crossed back over the 70 EMA, crossing over the 50 EMA, which is a bullish sign for me at 7,046. So if you traded on that, you could have been up there as well, but it was at 7,046, but we probably wouldn't have got into about 7,170. It still would have been a good $300 rise. It's still going up just now. It looks as if it still wants to move up. The only thing, and this is a downside to this, I'm going to show you this just now, is the CME futures. We now have a gap in the CME futures. So you can see here, we've got this big gap here. So it's really from 7,220 down to up to 7,420. So it looks as if we could pull back to 7,220 to fill this gap. We've always filled the gap. It doesn't matter when. It could be a month, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, or it could be today. You just never know, but it usually fills a gap, and that's a shame. That's the only downside to the kind of Bitcoin price at the moment, but it still looks as if it wants to go up. And we'll go back to Bitcoin price. Excuse me. I'm going to take this descending channel out. We're still in this descending channel here. We're still in there at the moment. And it stayed true to that structure as well. So by the end of the year, you could be down to about 6,000 and still be within the structure, which is still relatively okay. Or you could go up to 8,833 and still be in a structure as well. I'm going to take that out just now. It's coming to the end of that. Maybe not. Is it not coming out? There we go. So the important thing is we're staying above this line, and this is going to be true for the next couple of years, to be honest. If we're looking at this for the next few years, and I've showed you this already, on the monthly, we're staying true to this structure as well. And you can see it's played out kind of perfectly over the last couple of years, since 2015, coming up for 5 years now, and even down to here, 2013. So it's really 7 years, but 2015, hit that line, hit that line, hit that line. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 nearly, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 times. So we're staying true to that structure. This is on the monthly chart. And this support line here as well. And I showed you last week about the lowest prices of Bitcoin and the highest prices of Bitcoin for the next 10 years. If you didn't see that, we'll just kind of quickly go over that again. I'm just going to go to uptrend.com and quickly go to that article I was talking about that I'd written on Uptrend, and we'll go to my calls, my ones. I've been publishing on Uptrend nearly every day for the last 4 weeks now. I do like Uptrend. I've got a link down below if you want to join it as well, and it's just talking about crypto. So definitely join Uptrend. There's some good articles on there. There's a lot of gaming going on as well with Uptrend, but that's to be expected as a social media platform. There is a lot of gaming going on. The lowest and highest prices for Bitcoin for the next 10 years. So I'll just quickly run over the numbers. I showed you it last week. So the lowest price for 2019 was 7,174. Highest 89,000. But we're really looking at the lowest prices. This is one we're looking at. And by 2029, the lowest price should be $21 million for Bitcoin. 2028 is $9 million, 2027 $4 million, 2026 $1 million, 2025. So by the end of 2025, we should be at the lowest price for a Bitcoin of 848,000. Even that price would be amazing. And same with the end of 2023, $170,000 would be amazing as well, as would 79,000, as would 35,000 and 15,000. So the kind of correlation I was talking about here as well is what would you have done if I showed you a similar chart back in 2015 when the Bitcoin price was $242, and I said, okay, this is the lowest price we're going to be. The lowest price is probably going to be about $8,000 when it was 242, and the highest price would probably be about 20,000. You just said, no way is that going to happen. And this is the stage we're at just now as well. We're just saying, no way is Bitcoin price going to get to $1 million or 250 or 100,000. Everybody just, they'd like to believe it, but deep down there's a bit of dissonance there, a bit of cognitive dissonance where you go, I'd love to believe the Bitcoin price is going to get to that price, but I don't think it will. But it'd just be nice to dream about that. But I think with supply and demand, even just supply and demand alone, notwithstanding everything else that's going on with Bitcoin as well, I think the price is going to get there, and that's what I'm kind of banking on for the future as well, certainly for my pension. So that's the Bitcoin price. It's still staying within structure just now, but as you know, with Bitcoin, it could just drop, especially with a CME. A lot of people are going to be looking at the CME and looking at that gap there as well. For the CME, we'll just go to daily. It works on a daily. This gap here. A lot of people will be looking at that and just saying, okay, that has to be filled. It doesn't have to be, but it has been every single time. We can see it. We've seen it up here. It was 8,700, and it jumped over the weekend to 9,500 almost immediately. It came down and was filled about 9 days later, and then it kept on going down as well. That's the only downside to the Bitcoin price at the minute. Everybody will be waiting on it coming back down again when it does kind of rise. But I still think it's going to rise at the minute. On the daily, we're still looking good, and we could even get a crossover this week as well from the 7 EMA and the 50 EMA. But as long as it stays above this line, I'm kind of happy with whatever Bitcoin price is. If it does come down and fills this gap, we're talking 6,900 for the end of the year. The lowest price still going to be 7,174 or something like that. So not too bothered what happens with the Bitcoin price. but I still think it's going to rise, and I think we're going to see 8,000 this week, and the way it's going at the moment. And if we go to the 4 hourly, not the 3 hourly, 4 hourly, doing well. Yep. And where's the next kind of resistance areas? Going to be, if we go to the VPVR, actually, we've not done that. It's shown that for a while. Okay, so resistance, probably going to get 7,900, so round about the 8,000, up to 7,900. Obviously, you've got clear resistance areas there as well, but they're not real resistance in terms of price and volume. So we're talking 7,900, 8,000 level. After that, you've nothing really much apart from staying in this level, 8,100, then on up to 8,700, and then you're talking up to the 9,000 levels as well. Is it going to reach that? You just don't know. I did say by the end of the year, I did predict a couple of months ago that it would get to 10,000 by the end of 2019. I think it was 9,200. I said I would get to before the end of 2019, and everybody, not everybody, but a lot of people just said no way is that going to happen. But we might still see 9,200 by the end of 2019. You just never know. Good to get your thoughts on that as well. Kukla is in the house as well. Good morning to you. Let's see how many people we've got in. 21 people in. Good to see you here. If you're in just now, just leave a comment. Even if you've never left a comment before, just leave a comment just to let me know you're here and whereabouts in the world you're from. If you want me to look at any charts, let me know as well. Okay, we'll go over a couple of headlines just now. Right, so this is going to be really slow because Brave. Right, this is, keyboard just turned off now as well. What's going on with the keyboard? I just probably knocked it. Right, okay, millions in Bitcoin are changing hands on this anonymous network. Anonymous Bitcoin transactions surging. Binance Singapore blocks Wasabi. Right, this is just going really slow just now. I'm trying to scroll up. So 2019 was supposed to be the year of the DEX, but in reality, very few decentralized exchanges have gained ground on the centralized cousins, which is very true. A lot of people were thinking the DEXs were going to be the big thing in 2019. It hasn't kind of materialized that way at all. Local Bitcoins has made buying and selling Bitcoin easier for those in repressive nations with capital controls, which is effectively large swaths of South America and Asia. There are now decentralized exchanges that use anonymizing networks such as Tor to run Bitcoin nodes. According to Trust Nodes, a little known Bitcoin exchange called BISC is processing millions in BTC every week by doing just that. And the vision section of the portal states, it often seems the dominance and vulnerability of centralized exchanges is the Achilles heel in the current Bitcoin ecosystem. A second. And the DEX uses a Bitcoin node and desktop software rather than a centralized website to process as much as $8 million per week in peer-to-peer Bitcoin trading, which was kind of fascinating to me as well, because the DEXs were meant to come up big time as well, but this has shown there is still a big, huge kind of market for Bitcoin as well in those kind of countries, and it's good to see that as well. It was reported recently that Binance has blocked Wasabi withdrawals to comply with the local Singaporean regulations, and Wasabi is a privately focused Bitcoin wallet that includes Tor and mixing functionality as well. There's going to be more regulations coming in 2020, there's no doubt about that, and where it's going to go with regards to the exchanges is kind of anybody's guess. It could be a new player coming out and really taking over, and Binance could really go down from here. I don't think so. I don't think that's going to happen, but you never know if Binance are going to lose their kind of dominant spot as well. So we'll see what happens with that. This is just asking the question, will Bitcoin enter 2020 on a bullish note? So Bitcoin have avoided the crash to 5,000 for now, and USDT activity futures picked up to test new resistance as well. So this is Crypto Michael, just talking about some charts. Josh Rager, in my opinion, shorting 7,400s was a crowded trade. Everyone talking about it. I'm looking to short but higher. Price currently breaking through monthly open and 0.786 fib of this range. So talking about the Fibonacci kind of level as well. So he's going to short it when it gets higher. It doesn't actually say what price, maybe 7,600, 7,800. USD activity futures picked up to test new resistance as well. Crypto wrecked. The only thing from keeping me going net short is this damn fractal. The similarities are stunning. So we've seen this before as well. I'll just show you this again. It's just too slow just now. We're just going to the next story. Just now. Now, I do apologise for this, Brave is just really, really slow. A veteran crypto trader calls out ridiculous Bitcoin forecast. So, in the near term, fellow analyst Josh Rager says Bitcoin remains in a downtrend despite its recovery to about 7,600 at the time of publishing. He said, bulls, we will have to push past 8,000 to shift the momentum. And this is Tone Vase, who is himself bullish on Bitcoin in the long term, tells Block TV that its prediction of BTC hitting 50,000 is high enough. And that my long-term projection is expecting Bitcoin to break, going up to 50,000 somewhere in the year 2023. Tim Draper's looking for 250,000 by the end of 2022, and I think 50,000 is a way more responsible prediction. It's still pretty damn bullish. Bitcoin going up to 50,000 by 2023 is just more responsible as an adult to say. If it beats it, then it beats it, and I just feel what Tim Draper does and what a lot of people do when they go on these national televisions talking about these ridiculous prices of Bitcoin is just grossly irresponsible. Now, see, Tone Vase is just doing that because he's being really conservative, so he doesn't look like a bit of a donkey. If it does go way past $50,000, he'll just say, well, I did get past the $50,000. So I think he's being really conservative there, and I don't know why Tone Vase is still relevant, to be honest, why everybody still kind of looks at Tone Vase as well. Being honest, I'm not kind of putting him down. I think he's a good trader, but he's got a lot of things wrong, as have I. Obviously, I'm not nowhere near as kind of good as Tone Vase as well, but I just don't understand why everybody kind of puts their hat on what Tone Vase says. The same with Tim Draper as well, same with kind of really anybody. And it's just, if I've learned anything in 2019 is nobody knows, literally nobody knows. It doesn't matter how good a trader you are, nobody knows what the price of Bitcoin is going to do because it's driven by something totally different than logic. Bitcoin price is not driven by logic. It's driven by news, it's driven by emotions, it's driven by something other than logic. So you cannot predict it. I cannot predict it. And we can look at the very short term, what's short-term history and what it's done, and look at those areas. We can't really look at kind of history per se, but we still look at it because other people look at it as well. But if I've learned anything, you just do not know what is going to happen with the Bitcoin price, and you're kind of lucky if you've called it quite a lot, to be honest. And really what we're looking at is momentum. Momentum trading is totally different from kind of the long-term technical analysis that other people do as well. So Tone Vase has got it wrong. Most people have got it wrong, to be honest. So that's the big thing I've learned in 2019. You just cannot tell what the hell's going on because it's not driven by logic at all. It's driven by emotion, and you cannot predict emotions. And we'll try and go backwards. Jeez, oh man. So talking about the similarities of this fractal here, and how it kind of went up, it shot up. Now I'm just going to see if it's going to expand quickly or not, or if it's going to wait. Yeah. So you're saying we could be here where we are right now, and it could go even higher. Just now, this is a fractal of it, a bull trap pattern, false breakout from the falling wedge, and then it kind of shot up there again as well. So he's kind of frightened to kind of go short on it in case it does that. That's cryptorec.io. Daily Hodl. Why decentralized exchanges failed to take off in 2019. That's another post looking at decentralized exchanges. I was interested in looking at that. Ripple's CEO, Brad Garlinghouse, has made quite the crypto prediction for 2020. So we looked at this the other day as well. Banks are entering crypto fray as well. He's talking about that, and he's talking about half of the top 20 banks will be in crypto as well. That's really what it's kind of saying. It's not kind of predict. Yeah, half of the top 20 biggest banks in the world will actively hold and trade digital assets in 2020. I don't think that's a big kind of thing to talk about. I think we'll see a lot of the banks are already doing it. They're just not announcing that they've done it. They've probably dipped a toe in the waters just to see. But then I think they're going to come out and say it. Tron Top's crypto performance chart as the experimental TRX game goes live. So Tron adds 9% in crypto surge. Talking about Tron, the price obviously as well. And this is in USD as well. So talking about the Just game which goes live. So the momentum for the Ethereum rival appears to have been driven by an interactive trading gambling game. As usual with Tron, there's been an excess of fanfare in the run up to the Just game, which went live a few hours ago with Sun currently live streaming. So talking about that, and the number of transactions that's going through on that as well was pretty amazing. So Tron up and coming on their kind of network as well. Bitcoin price trend reversal in progress, key 7.6k level unlocked, and that's the last one. That's just looking at Bitcoin price, which was what we've done, and we'll just go back to Bitcoin as well, see where we are. I'll just get this VPVR back up. So we're talking about 7,600 for here. Obviously we're getting close to that, and it's a free-for-all up to kind of 8,000 level after that. So if we break 7,600, it could be that we're going up to $8,000 after that. Mike D, I'm sure everyone will join me in thanking you for your dailies this year, Steve, when a lot of YouTubers have disappeared. Great group to be a part of. Brilliant to have you here, Mike, and thank you very much for saying that. I really appreciate it. I know at times I've been kind of frustrated with the channel because it's not been grown that much, and I know why. I know one of the reasons why is because I do a longer show. I do a live show for 1 hour every morning, and it's not to everybody's cup of tea. Loads of people have told me that, but I thought I'm just going to continue doing it. I like doing it, and I like talking to you in the morning. I like the format of it, so I'm just going to continue doing it. Probably not grow the channel nowhere near as much, but it's cool. We've got a brilliant group around us, and that's what I love as well. It's just building that community, and we've got good boundaries in the community as well, and I do love it. It's kind of dropped off a wee bit because crypto's dropped off, but that's fine. I'm understand that'll come back. And I love you being part of the group as well, Mike, and the admins, all the admins as well, and everybody that's in the free group. And I've got more involved in the free group. I didn't do earlier on in the year. I just let it kind of run, let the admins run that, but then I kind of questioned that myself and looked at the free group, and I'm much more involved in the free group as well. So it's brilliant to be part of the two groups. Hopefully it'll pick up next year. If not, it'll just run its natural course, whatever happens. So I'm all cool. Hope everyone has a great Christmas and even better New Year. You as well, Mike. You as well. Natasha Sakamoto is back with us. Good to see you, mate. Hi, Stephen Cruz. You all happy end of year. You as well. Brilliant to see you here. And it was brilliant for you to be part of the group as well. And you know that as well. I think you know the kind of thoughts we had on that as well. Okay, what else was it? I think that was it. I think that's it just now. It's just going to be a quick one today. There's not a lot of people in. I see the Hawthorns. Yes, thanks for everything, Stephen. Have a great Christmas. You as well, mate. King 1969 is in the house. Good morning to you. Good to see you here. I think we'll leave it there for today. A nice short one today. Yeah, I think we'll leave it there. I'll be back tomorrow. I'll do a short one tomorrow as well, just looking over the kind of news and see what's happening with Bitcoin price as well. But yeah, I'll leave it there. I've gone over the headlines and I'll put the kind of headlines in the video underneath after it's finished. Geez, like I'm just going to finish, mate. I know you've got all these kind of charts, but I'm just going to finish up just now. But thanks anyway, and thanks for all your kind of help and kind of look at the charts as well. But I'll finish up, and I will see you tomorrow, same time, same place, just for a very quick one, maybe half an hour, 40 minutes or something, and we'll take it from there. But until then, namaste. Take care. Bye now. Maybe not. Right, where are we?
Here's to the crazy ones, the misfits, the rebels, troublemakers, the round pegs in the square hole, the ones who see things differently. They're not fond of rules, and they have no respect for the status quo. You can quote them, disagree with them, glorify or vilify them. About the only thing you can't do is ignore them, because they change things. They push the human race forward. While some may see them as the crazy ones, we see genius. Because the people who are crazy enough to think they can change the world are the ones who do.